Hello, this is Ray Main here again with today's Bible reading. Today we're going to be reading in the book of Numbers, chapter 14. And all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried, and the people wept that night. And all the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron, and the whole congregation said unto them, Would God that we had died in the land of Egypt, or would God we had died in this wilderness? Wherefore hath the Lord brought us unto this land, to fall by the sword, that our wives and our children should be a prey? Were it not better for us to return unto Egypt? And they said one to another, Let us make a captain, and let us return into Egypt. Then Moses and Aaron fell on their faces before all the assembly of the congregation of the children of Israel. And Joshua the son of Nun, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, which were of them that searched the land, rent their clothes. And they spake unto all the company of the children of Israel, saying, The land which we passed through to search it is an exceeding good land. It is the Lord delight in us, then he will bring, if the Lord delight in us, then he will bring us into this land, and give it us, a land which floweth with milk and honey. Only rebel not ye against the Lord, neither fear ye the people of the land, for they are bread for us. Their defense is departed from them, and the Lord is with us. Fear them not. But all the congregation bade stone them with stones. And the glory of the Lord appeared in the tabernacle of the congregation before all the children of Israel. And the Lord said unto Moses, How long will this people provoke me? And how long will it be ere they believe me for all the signs which I have showed among them? I will smite them with the pestilence, and disinherit them, and will make of thee a greater nation and mightier than they. And Moses said unto the Lord, Then the Egyptians shall hear it, for thou broughtest up this people in thy might from among them. And they will tell it to the inhabitants of this land, for they have heard that thou, Lord, art among this people, that thou, Lord, art seen face to face, and that thy cloud standeth over them, and that thou goest before them by daytime in a pillar of a cloud, and in a pillar of fire by night. Now if thou shalt kill all this people as one man, then the nations which have heard the fame of thee will speak, saying, Because the Lord was not able to bring this people into the land which he sware unto them, therefore he hath slain them in the wilderness. And now I beseech thee, let the power of my Lord be great, according as thou hast spoken, saying, The Lord is longsuffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation. Pardon, I beseech thee, the iniquity of this people, according unto the greatness of thy mercy, and as thou hast forgiven this people from Egypt even until now. And the Lord said, I have pardoned according to thy word. But as truly as I live, all the earth shall be filled with the glory of the Lord, because all those men which have seen my glory, and my miracles which I did in Egypt and in the wilderness, and have tempted me now these 10 times, and have not hearkened to my voice, surely they shall not see the land which I swear unto their fathers, neither shall any of them that provoke me see it. But my servant Caleb, because he had another spirit with him, and hath followed me fully, him will I bring into the land whereunto he went, and his seed shall possess it. Now the Amalekites and the Canaanites dwell in the valley. Tomorrow turn you, and get you into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, How long shall I bear with this evil congregation which murmur against me? I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel, which they murmur against me. Say unto them, As truly as I live, saith the Lord, as ye have spoken in mine ears, so will I do to you. Your carcasses shall fall in this wilderness, and all that were numbered of you, according to your whole number, from 20 years old and upward, which have murmured against me. Doubtless ye shall not come into the land, concerning which I swear to make you dwell therein, save Caleb the son of Jephunneh, and Joshua the son of Nun. Bring your little ones, which you said should be a prey, them will I bring in, and they shall know the land which ye have despised. But as for you, your carcasses, they shall fall in this wilderness. And your children shall wander in the wilderness 40 years, and bear your whoredoms, until your carcasses be wasted in the wilderness. After the number of the days in which ye search the land, even 40 days, each day for a year, shall ye bear your iniquities, even 40 years, and you shall know my breach of promise. I the Lord have said, I will surely do it unto all this evil congregation that are gathered together against me. In this wilderness they shall be consumed, and there they shall die. And the men which Moses sent to search the land, who returned and made all the congregation to murmur against him, by bringing up a slander upon the land, even those men that did bring up the evil report upon the land, died by the plague before the Lord. But Joshua the son of Nun, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, which were of the men that went to search the land, lived still. And Moses told these sayings unto all the children of Israel, and the people mourned greatly. And they rose up early in the morning, and gat them up into the top of the mountain, saying, Lo, we be here, and will go up unto the place which the Lord hath promised, for we have sinned. And Moses said, Wherefore now do ye transgress the commandment of the Lord? But it shall not prosper. Go not up, for the Lord's not among ye, that ye be not smitten before your enemies. For the Amalekites and the Canaanites are there before you, and ye shall fall by the sword, because ye are turned away from the Lord. Therefore the Lord will not be with you. But they presumed to go up unto the hilltop. Nevertheless the ark of the covenant of the Lord and Moses departed not out of the camp. Then the Amalekites came down, and the Canaanites which dwelt in that hill, and smote them, and discomfited them, even unto Hormah. Well, isn't it amazing? You know, it's kind of a lesson for us today, really. God gives his commandments. He's laid them out in this book, which we call the Bible today. Old Testament and New Testament. He's laid out his injunctions to us of things that we ought to do. And we'll come into a place and, well, I don't want to do that. I want to do this other, whatever that might be. And we'll go on until God finally sends something our way to where it brings us down. Then we start in crying and carrying on and hollering and all, and we just can't understand. A lot of people today all they're talking about is the grace of God. We're living in a day of grace. We're not in a day of all these sacrifices stuff, which is true. Some way or another, the people of today have gotten like these early children of Israel, in this respect at least. The children of Israel back there, they got into a habit or a time that all they had to do was just go kill a bullock or a lamb or a ram or something like that, and repent of their sins, and which this is true, but they carried it too far. So they got to the place to where they thought that they could do whatever they wanted to, and then just have a sacrifice, and it'd all be okay. But God, if you'll watch the example here, God forgave them and forgave them and forgave them and forgave them, but there came a time when he said, that's enough. That's enough. We here today, if we're not real careful, we've heard the preaching of, all you have to do is just say, Lord, forgive me, and said he's righteous to forgive, and all, which is true. It's true. But if we carry that on out to where that, okay, well, I want to do this, that, or the other, all these things that I know that are wrong, that I shouldn't be doing, act the way that I know that I shouldn't, I'll go ahead and do it, and then I'll just say, well, Lord, forgive me, and then it'll all be over with. It'll be forgiven, and I can go on. Well, it's the Lord's mercy. We forget that it's the Lord's mercy that he forgives us at all. But at some point, See, you keep trying God. You keep trying Him, and that's one thing that I personally am getting out of all of these since the Exodus and now in the Numbers. That's one thing that I'm getting out of there. That how many times now has God told up until today has God told Moses, get out of the way. You and Aaron separate yourselves from amongst them. Hey, I'm going to destroy all of them. That leads me to believe that there's a time in each of our lives that the Lord said, "Hi, that's enough. That's enough." A lot of people will look at this as something like a once saved, always saved. I don't believe in that, folks. I just I can't prove that by the Bible, and people have taken that, and maybe on the surface of that, that's all right. It's a once saved. I can believe in this. It's a once saved, always saved. If you walk in your saving as it was at the first, but you can't just do, once you're saved, you can't just do whatever you want to do. We have to walk in what God shows us. So Lord help us. We still see, the children of Israel falling by the wayside because of their disobedience, because they wouldn't listen to God. And we're going to see a lot more of it. And I think these are here for a reason. Not only because they happen, but because they're a lesson for us. No, we're not walking in the old covenant now. The old covenant's been done away with. We are in a new covenant, and thank God for it. Thank God for it. Most of us wouldn't survive this if this was still in effect. But God is giving you a chance. He's giving me a chance. And we need to thank God every day for that chance. Thank God every day for the mercy that He's showing us. Anyway, that's the reading for today. I'll hush. God bless you. Have a blessed day.